In a market economy, individuals become successful by being industrious and innovative. A factory owner who has a more efficient production process than his competitors, or an engineer capable of designing the most fuel-efficient engine on the market, is likely to become successful in a free market economy. From Henry Ford to Andrew Carnegie, from the Koch brothers to LeBron James, all these people rose to the top by capitalizing on their talents in such a way that reflected the supply and the demand of the marketplace. While some of these figures may receive criticism due to their political leanings or their personal lives, such matters are not relevant to their success. All that matters is that they produced results. However, in a planned economy, such as that of the Soviet Union or Maoist China, this is not necessarily the case. Being industrious is not enough to become successful in a state where bureaucratic rhetoric and political leanings are prioritized above actual economic results. Oftentimes, the people who rose to the top of such societies had no particular talents or abilities. Such people only became successful by using bureaucratic rhetoric and subscribing to the accepted political ideologies. A perfect example of such a person is Trofim Lysenko. Trofim Lysenko was a biologist, and I use that term very loosely, who served as the director of the Institute of Genetics within the USSR Academy of Sciences between 1940 and 1965. Lysenko rejected mainstream theories about genetics and agriculture in favor of his own pseudo-scientific conjectures. By combining Marxist jargon with the ideas developed by Soviet botanist Ivan Vladimirovich Mikurин, Lysenko developed his own theory of agriculture, which he called Lysenkoism. One of the tenets of Lysenkoism was that plants of the same species would not compete with one another, and therefore Lysenko advocated close planting, which involves planting a high density of seeds in a given area. In reality, this notion is demonstrably untrue. Plants of the same species do in fact compete with one another, and all close planting achieves is wasting of resources and lowering crop yields. Lysenko also rejected Mendelian genetics, declaring it bourgeoisie pseudoscience. Lysenko rose to his position of power following the Ukrainian famine of the 1930s. He was praised by Joseph Stalin for his allegiance to Marxist-Leninist ideology, and under his rule, many biologists who spoke out against Lysenko's idiotic theories were either fired or arrested. Even though Lysenko was removed from his position as director of the Soviet Institute of Genetics in 1965, his legacy is carried on throughout many communist and socialist countries long afterwards. Close planting was partially responsible for the Great Chinese Famine of the early 1960s, and Lysenkoism was officially endorsed by the Maoist government. Who knows how many millions of people starved to death because of this insane communistic pseudoscience? Despite his ridiculous theories, Lysenko was able to hold his position of power and gain influence entirely due to his political leanings. Because he believed so strongly in Marxist-Leninism and combined Marxist theories with agriculture, he was able to receive praise from Joseph Stalin and rise to the top of the Soviet government. This goes to show that in many socialist dictatorships, individuals can gain power merely by parroting the appropriate buzzwords and rhetoric, rather than by achieving results and actually creating wealth. In a capitalist society, a dangerous lunatic like Trofim Lysenko would never have commanded such influence.